My name is Kelsey Blum, and I'm going to be presenting on who can help with my planning. When trying to figure out what you would like to do with your future, it can be super overwhelming. So how professors, advisors, supervisors, and mentors can help you with this process can really help alleviate a lot of the anxiety and help you narrow in on what your goals are, short-term and long-term. So when starting the planning process, it can be difficult to tackle all the different things that you need to remember. For this reason, it's helpful to identify mentors who can be of help in the planning process. In identifying mentors, you want to think about a few things. It's important to consider who you could see serving as a mentor. Maybe there are professors, professionals that you have worked with who have experienced similar interests of yours that you would like to work with further. Maybe you took a professor for a few classes and feel that their interests match yours. These are the people who may be of consideration when thinking about a mentor. Also, in thinking about what you're looking for in a mentor, it's important to identify what has been helpful in your studies. And with this, what could a mentor aid in with the planning process? So to give an example of my own experience with a mentor, in my undergraduate career, I was in an organization and became very close with the organization's advisor. The organization was tied very closely with what my long-term goals were. So having the organization advisor be someone that I could use as a resource when going through the creating a resume, making a cover letter for the first time, as well as needing a letter of recommendation. This advisor was super helpful and served as a really great mentor for me in narrowing down, what graduate program I wanted to apply to, what interests were I going to focus in on, and really just giving that support. So this is one example of how an organization advisor could be of good use, especially if the organization is tied closely to your own interests. Once you have started to think about identifying a mentor, it's important to consider what you're looking for in that mentor. So for one, it's important that this identified person has experience in the area that you are looking to work in. For example, if you are applying to graduate school for a trauma focus, maybe you want to look for a mentor who has a degree similar to what you are looking for and has done research in that area. This will help in the planning process, since that person would have done similar work as well as has attended graduate school similar to you and your goals. You also want to consider a mentor that will give you feedback through the process and help you make the best decisions. Additionally, you will want someone who will be respectful of you and your time, and for you to be the same to them. It would be helpful to have a mentor who has access to the resources that you may need, as well as or would be able to guide you in the direction that you would like to go with your training. Finally, you want a mentor who will help you work towards your goals and work on setting short-term goals that are realistic. So some important points to consider are what the role of the mentor is and to what you're looking for in the relationship with the mentor. This will allow for you to have your needs met and to feel supported throughout the planning process. With this, it's also important to have goals for the mentor-mentee relationship and to clearly state to your mentor what you are hoping for them to help you with, such as graduate school, cover letter help, updating a resume, or just talking through the basics of what to look for in a graduate program and where you want to apply. Additionally, having meeting times where you can meet with your mentor in person is important in the mentor-mentee relationship as well. While it is appropriate to email with concerns, a face-to-face meeting to catch up and discuss your concerns would do wonders to your relationship with your mentor and help to develop a more personal relationship. So now I'm going to go over some ideas of mentors that might be of interest for you. So professors can be in your department, don't have to be, maybe someone that you had multiple classes with, maybe someone who teaches a course that is similar to your own interests. These are all wonderful directions to go with choosing a mentor and can be really helpful in the planning process since many of them will have gone to grad school. Academic advisors can help you with the action plan for your future and for any classes. You still need to achieve your goals, things like that. Your academic advisor knows your schedule, knows your major and what directions that you can go with that major. So using them as a resource can be super helpful as well. Faculty members, other than professors, again, can be in your department or not, also can be really helpful. They can have different interests than your own, as long as they are someone who can give you sound advice and assistance in planning for what your goals are. Additionally, peers can be a great option, especially if they have gone through the process that you are hoping to go through. For example, maybe there's someone in an organization that you are familiar with and know they have a similar aspirations as you. This would be a great person to reach out to for support and to help assist with your planning process. Chances are with any of these mentors, they know how stressful this process can be and want to help others ease that stress as best as possible. So mentors really are everywhere. They do not have to be found in an academic setting, and they can be anyone from your professor to your boss, to your classmate, to your neighbor. Another thing of note is that you can have more than one mentor. In fact, it's encouraged. Having more than one mentor can help you get different perspectives, such as if you have a peer perspective of the graduate school process and a professor perspective of what getting through graduate school and going into the real world would look like. These different perspectives would help to develop an understanding of, what is expected of me, as well as a short-term perspective of, okay, this person just went through this process, so they could help me with the logistics now. While too many perspectives can be overwhelming, it is nice to set yourself up for options and know that mentors are giving advice and that you are the best director of where you should go next in your own process. When you have your mentor or mentors identified, the opportunities are endless. It's important, as stated before, that your mentors know what you are hoping to achieve. For example, graduate school or graduate assistantship. It is also important for them to know what your long-term goals are in order to help guide you in what would be most fitting for those goals. It is important to be open and honest with your mentor about what you are hoping to do, and there are no stupid questions. Your mentor has been in your shoes at one point, and I'm sure can attest to how stressful this process is. Additionally, do not be afraid to share your own thoughts with your mentor. If they suggest something that you do not think would be a good fit for you, give them that feedback in a professional and respectful way in order to ensure that your mentor has a clear understanding of what you're looking for. Mentors are here to help and can be a fantastic resource when it comes to writing letters of recommendation, helping review cover letters and resumes, and overall helping narrow down the many anxieties that applying to graduate school can cause. So use your supports. So now I'm going to discuss some resources for mentors that might be applicable to you. I will go through a list of some formalized mentoring programs through professional organizations that some may be interested in, and give you the opportunity to write some of these down for you to look up later. So one option is the Disability Mentoring Program. Another, Women in Science and Technology. Another, Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Mentoring Program. Another option for you could be the Division II Society for the Teaching of Psychology. Another option is the Division VIII Society for Personality and Social Psychology program. And finally, the Division 35 Society for the Psychology of Women is also another great option. If you would like more information on any of these, I encourage you to listen to the titles, write those down, Google search, reach out to the programs as you can, ask anyone in any of the synchronous meetings for any help or any questions. We are here to help you and encourage you to use your mentors as needed. So for a takeaway for this presentation, I hope that you were able to start thinking about, maybe start identifying or heard about a useful program that could help you find a mentor and can start identifying who you would like to see as a mentor in your life.